No, so you won two gold, and then apparently I had to check Wikipedia. You did play in two other Olympic Games. I didn't even know we had teams in '98 and 2006. I don't think those occurred.
I did the Men in Black, and I'm like, lost all remnants of whatever happened in Torino and Nagano. It was Nagano, especially. Torino. It just from the outset, it was tough. But Nagano, if there was one thing that I learned from Nagano, it was that you have to. We played not to lose, in my opinion. Just the feeling I got, the way, the style of play, the way we kind of went about it. There was so much pressure on the first year that NHL players could participate in the Olympics. It just everybody was basically handing us the gold, and we had Gretzky, and just all the decisions around the roster, and the, it was almost like we were scared to a
Yeah.
certain degree that there was so much pressure, so much at stake. Rallied to tie that game against Czechs, and then you lose in a shootout. You're like, come on, really? It just was heartbreaking. And then to lose that game, I don't even remember anything about the bronze medal game against Finland. We were so checked out. It was just, you're just going on autopilot because we were so devastated. We thought we were going
Right.
to win gold, and just, taking that learning and then applying it to '02, where we get smoked early against Sweden. And then, understanding that we need to find chemistry, we need to kind of come together, we need to have that belief in one another and our system, and set our differences aside. As we know, most Canadians play with a lot of passion, and a lot of us had been in some pretty tough playoff series against one another. So it's just a matter of, you can do you have to set your differences aside. You have to set certain things aside, and come together, and really become a team, and believe in the common mission, which is winning. And some years you're able to do that. Other years it's just discombobulated, like '06, where nothing worked. We struggled mightily in every single game we played.
So I've got there's a generation of players, and like next week we're going to have this Four Nations face-off thing. But there's a generation of players now that haven't played in Olympic Games, and we keep hearing they have a burning desire to play in the Olympic Games. Did you have one? In 1996, did you say, "Gosh, we got to go to the Olympics"? Did we? That's really important to me, or was it the Stanley Cups on the mantle, and then, oh yeah, we'll go to the Olympics and we'll have some fun?
No, I was, growing up, it was always amateurs played in the Olympics, and I grew up dreaming of winning the Stanley Cup, just like any other
Yeah.
kid playing road hockey, always playing in Game 7, scoring 5 seconds left to win in overtime or what have you. At no point did I
Did
think I
that
was ever
change
going to play
after
in the
Nagano?
Olympics.
Did that change after Nagano, Chris?
Um, I think once you're allowed, absolutely, you want to be on that list of players. You want to represent your country. You feel like you can provide some tangible value to the lineup, and to the team to be successful, and bring home a gold for your country. And once you're able to play in '98 Nagano, then you're like, okay, '02, you're a part of that. You win. Like, okay, you understand what it's going to take. You understand the pressure. You understand how quickly things can go one way or the other, with respect to chemistry and matchups, and on and on and on. So you have to really understand it. It goes by quick. Like '06, we just lost control of the beast, if you will. Just
Mhm.
we had a lot of players playing out of their typical roles, and there was an influx of younger guys, and different. It was a different makeup of the team altogether. They were rolling over the '98 and '02 rosters, and there was only a couple older guys, and it just, to me, it didn't mesh well. There was a lot of people, in my opinion, that were just unwilling to accept the role, and didn't like the way they were being utilized, and we just didn't have the chemistry. We just didn't come together very well as a group, and we lost. I think we lost to Russia in the quarterfinals, if I'm not mistaken.
When you look back on coming together as a group, and you've mentioned putting differences aside, was there a relationship you had that you had to get past, or a relationship
And
that
I
you
may be
saw?
speaking for myself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Was there anybody you had to sit down with and go, okay, we're both wearing the maple leaf?
No, I think initially once you're in there, you're greeting everybody, saying hi, talking to everybody. The first day or two, it might be a little awkward because you may have fought somebody or cross-checked the
Yeah,
guy in the face or done something that may or may not have been malicious. But I think as on the ones where you win, as you come together, you forget about all that stuff. It's a team. You're focused. And I think it's more about intention and focus and understanding the goal and having a belief in one another that the right group is in the locker room. And like 2010, there was a lot of guys that I'm sure harbored ill will against me. But I think when you lose that early game in round robin to the US, the real leaders stand up and understand what it's going to take to flip the switch and turn that negative into a positive and use it as a growth opportunity, as a way to kind of bring our group together and provide a little resilience. As you guys know, every team is different. What they do on their particular team does not translate over to this team. Everybody's looking at one another. You're all alphas on your team, and everybody's looking at you like, who's going to take charge here? And who's going to be the guy to speak up, and who's going to kind of grab the group and kind of really bring everyone together. And Scotty did a great job in 2010 of kind of getting everybody together. And I think I spoke up going into the overtime. They scored with like a minute left to make it 2-2, and and just like calm everybody down. Like it's
What
we
did you
just got
say?
smoked by this team. I just like we're gonna win. We'll win. We were the most. I felt like just the back and forth of the game. I felt like we were the more dominant team. We just needed to be patient, not force things, not try to think, oh my God, we just got scored on. It's overtime. Just allow your skills to come to the forefront. I felt like we were the more skilled team. We had learned our lesson from our loss. We had gotten better with each successive game. And I think if you're on the right trend line of getting better and improving and coming together and having that chemistry, you're going to find a way to win.